Sound check. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello. Okay, so right now I'm trying to make um, a new UI for the repair system. So yesterday I already finished making this one. Uh, Basically, it's a workbench or a table that um, its function is to repair items. Because right now our items have durability already, so um, we're gonna use this system to repair those lost durability for the cost of resources. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making UI so that we will know the cost of those the requirement cost. Okay, so I'm trying to create layout here. Stone slab. Okay, so these are just placeholders so that I will see what it looks like in the game. So I'm still trying to build the layout first. let's test this one. So the goal here is if we're gonna hover on these items, it will show the item description here, and then it will show the requirements below. So if you hover these items in the repair table, so the first goal for now is to have this display once we go to so right now it shows every time you highlighting this on the ground. So that's what it looks like. So this is the repair table. And we press A to interact with it. It will show this. And you can drag your items here. Yesterday I made these systems already. So basically, it's the same system with the inventory and the equipments, but like it's a bit different in a way because there are many repair tables in the world, so it's not like this repair table only. So the system should know which items are inside the repair table. So I also made systems here that blocks us from putting items that can be repaired, like these coatings and this skeleton file. So I think it looks good for the repair cost. Maybe we can make it smaller, I think. So let me test some other stuff here. So yeah, I think we can make it smaller. Yeah, maybe this small. Let's make the UI this small. It's too big right now. I think this will do. So the screen should be bigger like this. I think this will do. So 0.6. Okay, so that's 0.6 for the scale, and we'll adjust it a bit. Maybe something like that. because most of the time it's just 3, and the maximum item requirement is 3, so that should suffice. Yeah. Okay, so the next goal is to only show this panel. So this panel should turn off like that by default, and then it will show if we tell this item description manager to turn this on. Right. So basically, what we want is for it to turn on if we're hovering in a repair table. So that's basically the goal. So let's try it. So first we're gonna save this in our inspector. This one, the repair cost game object. Okay. Okay, let's put it here. Okay. Okay, so so we have it here now, and I'll just drag this one here, repair cost. So by default we want it so that repair cost should be what do you call this, it should be set active false. So let's try that. Okay, but before that, let's go first to this one, the repair table system. This one. So this one spawns items, and wait. Inventory item. And this script handles anything related to hoovering to an item. Like for example, you're hoovering in the inventory, and it shows this. So description manager. So this one. So it calls the description manager and tells it to set active true, like this. Okay. Okay, let's test it first. But before that, let's set this by default as false. Yeah. So let's set repair cost set active false by default. So on disable, okay, and then here we should set it to false as well. There. Okay. So basically that's the logic. So the goal next is to to make a way for this function to know if it's pointing at the repair table. if it does point at the repair table, it should show the added UI underneath the card. By default, there's no inventory item, so it should be easy. So we'll just make a condition here that tells this one to enable repair cost. So this is already public. So we'll just put here if equipment, what's it called? If equipment slot. So equipment slot. So we just look at equipment slot, and equipment slot is a game object. I think yes, it is a game object. Now we'll just check the name, and then repair slot. So it will just look up slot. If it's a repair slot, it will tell item description manager to turn on. So to turn on this repair cost view object. So it's very easy. Then set active. So again, so we now know that this is under the repair table. So the equipment slot, and if we're pointing at it and it's under the equipment slot, it should tell item description manager to basically it will tell it to display the additional UI. Okay, let's test it. Okay, let's test it. So again, again, recap. So if we're hovering here, it should not display the additional UI. But if we're hovering here, it should display the additional UI costs. Then if we again hover here again, it should not display. So since we place it already in set active disable, so every time you move your cursor away, it should not it should disable the active description automatically. This one doesn't have equipment slots, so should put another condition here. If equipment slot is not null, so in case we're pointing at the grid, so it should not create an error, we'll just bypass it. So again, hi Yaso, what's up? Okay, so again, thank you Yaso. Okay, so let's test it again. The other UI here, the repair cost. There you go. So it works. So if we check the repair table, it should show the repair cost. Then if we go to the other side, so it doesn't show. Alright, so it works. Now the next goal is to know the repair cost of these items, which is a bit tricky. So I don't know how we're gonna do this as of the moment, because right now, when you're trying to make these items, okay, let's do this again. You're trying to make these items. It's actually handled by the workbench. So for example, we want to make a crude hatchet there. So it shows the requirements here. So we want to make a centralized system that takes note of these requirements. That's the first goal. So I think, let me see. So right now this is just here. So clear structure, and there's an orderable item. Then you will see there, like example, crude hammer, so it requires planks and the amount. That's how we do this. So as of the moment, there's no central way to fetch items from this system. So we don't want to make redundant systems as well. So we want to check for one workbench that has these requirements. Or maybe another way let me check my mic. Hello. Hello, sound check. Hello, hello. Hello. So I lowered OBS because it's like I don't really have a good mic, so it's a bit noisy. Like there's background noise. So is that okay now, Yaso? Hello, sound check. So yeah. So again, so I think the one way to do this is maybe to just put the data inside this place. Yeah, maybe that's one way. Let's see. So if we have this, still low. Okay. Yeah, this is the highest for OBS. Yeah, I don't have a good mic, so this is like it's noisy. I haven't bought another mic yet. So this is the max for OBS right now. When I do the videos, like the devlogs, I amplify it, like increase the volume. That's why it seems okay in the videos, but here live, I don't know how to make this better. This is the maximum so far. Maybe I'll just if I talk, I'll just go near the mic, maybe. Anyway, so I think one way to do this is to put the data for the requirements inside our items. So these are items, right? And each item has it's too costly if you do it like this. Let me think. What I'm thinking is here, like there's this inventory item, and I'm thinking of just putting the requirements inside this data here, the inventory item. I don't know. Or what we can do is use the centralized system. How about I lower down the music for the game like this? Is this okay now? Hello, bad tunes. Thanks. Okay, I'll just lower the in-game sound effects. Okay, so anyway, so I'm still what you're seeing right now, guys, is how I work. Like really, so what you see in the devlogs are just like they're all done. The features are all done. But right now, I'm still in the process of thinking on how to do this. So I don't really have an idea or a workflow on how all of these will end up. So um, most of the time I'll just be thinking on how to do this and do experiments, try to figure things out. So yeah, everything seems to be okay. Bad tunes. Anyway, so again, there are two ways to do this. To store the data, one way is to just put it here in our inventory item, because somehow data is already here. See, that's one way. Another way is to put it in here. I have here a system that's made already, item quality manager. So basically it manages all the items, like everything here. So for example, short sword, and then we have here the details. There, it's all there. So that's one way. But I think we're just gonna go with this one here. It's more manageable this way and easier, I think. So in our projects we have here, let me see. Here, it's here, yeah. Oh no, these are the models, wait. Let me see. No, not the iron ore. I think we're just gonna go with the individual items. We're not gonna crowd this script. I will just use this script to store details of stuff. Okay, so oh no, not the spear. We still don't have the spear yet in the game. Okay, let's try this. So here. Okay, so here in the inventory systems, we already have all of these. See? So we have everything here ready. So these are basically all the items in the game that will be displayed in our this one, the item descriptions. So what you see here, this item is actually this. It's being instantiated there, and then it will look like this. So for example, this axe. Oh, there's a duplicate axe. Okay, let me fix that first. There. So this axe here. So this is the axe. So what we need to do is to just modify this inventory item. And then, so this is the inventory item. And we'll just put the requirements here. So let's just copy the system that we have from the workbenches. This one. Oh no, this one. Right, this one. So we just need this one, the resource required. Yeah, it is too much work. Like when you see this, like this one, it took me 3 days just to make like this work, because there are a lot of things you need to think about. Like for example, what happens if you overlap this like this? So it should shift, right? Then you'll also find bugs like sometimes um, the green highlight doesn't turn off. So that's one of the bugs that I try to figure it out. And also, if you try to put items that can be repaired, so those are things that you need to think about as well, like that. And dropping items to the ground, so that's another thing to think about. Anyway, so so where were we? So yeah, so we're gonna use the requirements from this older system that we have. So we have here requirements. Yeah, here. So item requirements. This one. Here. So I already have this usable resource. It's called usable resource. So I think I already made this one before. Yeah, here. So we will just use this. Oh wait, I think this is wrong. Resource type. No, this is not the one. Resources required. Okay, let me see again. So if you open this, here, resources required. So it's under orderable items. So this one, orderable item, and then this one, resource required. So it's usable resource. Yeah, it's actually correct. Thanks, thank you, Yaso. So here, it will say, let me see. So here, it will say resources required and then resource type and amount to use. So resource type, amount to use, this is actually it. So we're just gonna reuse this. And then yeah, we're gonna put this in our inventory item. Where shall we put it? Let's just make a new one. Header repair details. Okay, let's just put it here. Okay, let's test. I really haven't tried this live stream thing, because one of my problems is my mic, so I don't really do it, and I'm not used to talking while working on stuff, so I'm just trying to, because I don't know, releasing devlogs like every 3 months or 4 months is a bit too low. So maybe I can compensate that by just going live stream for people who want to know what's going on with the project, or if you have some questions, I'm just gonna answer them via live. So yeah. Okay, so now we have that. Let's try. Where was it? Okay, let's try the items. Okay, where did we put that? Let me see. The game is too big now that I don't know where I placed the things. So here, so we have here the requirements, right? Or the items rather. So we now have this resources required. So this is the one that we just added. So we're just gonna copy. Let's lock this first. Then we're gonna copy some details from this old system that we have. So let me see. So here we have this old system. So we're just gonna copy these details. Let's try. Okay. So first we have what's this? Crude hammer. So let's look for crude hammer here. Hammer crude. So then we're gonna paste it here. See there. So I know this is inefficient because we have this and we have this, but again, this is actually not planned. So this is how I do things, and refactor a lot of features because of inefficiency. Because right now we have two data sets, so it's not necessary. Yeah. So let's try this crude hatchet. So hatchet crude, this one. Let's paste it here. Okay, so here, so we have now the resources required. So resources required, that means that if you want to craft that item, those are the necessary requirements for us to craft those items. Okay, next is we have the axe, crude axe. Okay, here, there, and then crude pick. Crude pick here. Crude pickaxe. So these are the requirements for crude pickaxe here. Crude shovel. So it's just 5 planks for crude shovel. Shovel crude. Then hand torch here. Crude hand torch. Hand torch. Where is it? Hand torch. Here. There. Cudgel. So it's just 2 planks for cudgel. Cudgel crude. So I'll just be doing crude for now because I haven't made crafting systems for other stuff, and also don't know how many resources we need for it yet. And we also don't have the other resources like iron ingots. We don't really have that in the game yet, and other stuff. So let's just we're gonna focus on crude first, and then we'll expand later once we have those necessary resources. Heater shield, crude. Okay. Then the round shield. Round shield, crude. And then the morning star. So morning star, crude here. So this will do for now. So now that we have this data saved inside their the game object, inside the script, what we need to do is to have them displayed. Our first goal is to have them display here. Where is it? Here. So we have this, right? So our first goal is to tell the system to modify these resources, right? So for us to do that, okay, wait, let me, I think there's a system here as well. Yeah, there's a system here already. So we'll just copy the system that we have from other features that we made before to display stuff here. Yeah, but first let's test it. Let's test if we can see these data in the inspector. Let's try. Let's try here first. So we have this heater shield there, and down we now have the resources required, so that's a good thing. Okay, so while waiting, the next goal is if we hover here, so we're hovering this, right? We're gonna tell the system to fetch the necessary requirements and then display it on the resource requirement UI. So that's the next goal. But for now, let's check first if those data are there. So let's put some stuff here. No, pickaxe doesn't have requirements yet because they're not crude. So we're trying to work on crude first as of the moment. Okay, I think that's good. So they're here at the repair table UI here. So this is what we were working on. So here, so we now have the resources. Everything's doing well. We also have like different requirements there. Okay, so it's working. Now the next goal is, so if we're gonna hover, it will show the repair cost, right? If we hover here, so it doesn't show the repair cost. So what we're gonna do is, if repair cost is active, so we're gonna make a script there that fetches the repair cost. So it's fairly easy because this actually inside this this script. Yeah, let me see. So this one is the script. Let's see if it connects to the item itself. Repair slots. So this is the item itself. So item description, this one. Let's see if it connects here, inventory item, so that's a good thing that it's there. So if we do it like this, if we hover, it will show there here, inventory item. I don't know if you can see that. Wait, let me adjust. Okay. So if we hover like this, so it will show inventory item here. So that's one way for us to get the requirements, right? And then we will display it there at the repair cost. Okay, so let's try and do that. But before that, we're gonna revisit first an old system that fetches the requirements from another script, and we'll be using that one. We'll be recycling that function and use it here in the repair table. So basically, that function is here. Wait, workbench. This one. So this one. Ordered requirements, so wait. This one, add order here, this. Deep copy requirements. Yes. Let's test it first, because I already forgot how I did this. Process orders would work. This is not it. Let's test it first. think it's here, ordered items UI. Yeah, it is this script actually. Here, this is the script. Yeah, so no need to revisit it. So what happens is if an item has been created or an order has been created, it will do this. It will create the requirement rows for the items required. So it will instantiate the requirement prefab, and then it will instantiate it in the requirements container. So this is actually what we need right now. So let's copy this, and then we're gonna put it, let's think where we're gonna put it. We're gonna put it here, but we're gonna put it here. Now we're gonna make a separate one for that, so that we will just trigger it if the item has been enabled. If you get what I mean. So this is the requirement list. So the goal is no, not that one. This one, repair cost. So if this turns on, it will run the script that updates this requirement list. So this should be gone, and then basically if it turns on, so set active enabled, it will run this script, this for each script, right? This one as well. We will be clearing old ones and replace it with new ones. So this is the idea. This is the script that I was talking about that we need to reuse. So okay, so we're gonna let me see, let me think. Yeah, we're just gonna put it here. Let's make it, let's call it repair cost controller. There. Then we're just gonna make a function called no, on enable. So there. So we need requirements container. So I think requirements container is here, a game object. Here. What's the point of this? Okay. So this one. So we need this one. So that's the container for the requirements that is needed. So if on enable, it will count the child here, and it will destroy all of them to reset it. Then after resetting, it will check for the requirements. But where shall we find the requirements? So that's the next question. So we just need to just put here. We need to put here item description manager. So let's call it desk manager. So yeah, so that's about it. Let's see. Are there errors? Yes. Requirements does not exist. Okay, let's remove this first for now. Oh wait, we can actually do it like this. Requirements. So in requirements dot it's called, where was it? inventory item, inventory item, then it will go to inventory item, and then it will check resources required. There, and that's the requirement. I think this is correct. I don't know, let's test it. Requirement text prefab. Okay, how does this work? Instantiate requirement text prefab. Okay. Requirement. So it's rec dot item name, I think. Rec resource type. Let's remove this first. Let's do this first. Then let's work from there. So our goal is to remove this, all the requirements. First, we're gonna put this here, container, and the manager is this. There. So once we hover here, it should not display anything. So that's the goal for now. Okay. Okay, let's test. Let's see if it removes. Yeah, so it works. So see, there's no more repair cost. So the next thing we need to do is to tell repair cost to instantiate. So we have the requirements. Let's try and get the requirements first. So basically, let's debug log first. Requirements. Wait. This is wrong. requirements is description. Oh yeah. So description manager. So desk manager dot inventory item dot. So we have here resources required. So this is a list which we will loop. So let's try debug dot log. So so this is the one. So var dot no, not var, ric dot resource type. Let's see if this works. So far, creating an inventory system is, I think, one of the most tedious. Like, there's a lot of things to it. Like, it's not just creating a UI, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. I haven't touched yet the saving of these resources, so we need to save them as well in a save file, like everything, like what's inside the, like how many items are inside a specific repair workbench, or yeah. So I haven't touched that yet. So everything we have so far doesn't save yet, except for our inventory items. But for items in the workbenches, there's no save system for that yet, and maybe that's the next thing I'm gonna do. Because I'm planning on making a playable build again, so that Vince can play test it. It's been a while since we've play tested this game to the public. I think the last play test was one where there's no crypt yet. It's just the outside of Ashindale. So it's a very long time ago. Okay, so let's test. Let's clear this first, and hopefully we will see items there. So see, so it's showing it is working. So if we hover, wait, if we hover here, it should display the bug log, the requirements. So there, plank and cloth, right? So it's working. So basically we're fetching it right now. Okay, next thing is we're gonna instantiate this one, the requirement. So basically it's a prefab, a requirement prefab that I made. So let me show you. Oh wait, this is not it. What's it called? Order item. Oh no. This one. So basically it's just like an assigned prefab, this one. So that's what it's meant. So we're gonna use this again. Just copy it here, like that, and then once it's there, we're gonna instantiate this. Right. So let's save. Let's assign that one first. basically we're just copying the old system and applying it to the new one. So this one, requirements, we're gonna put it here. So that should instantiate this one, and then we're gonna place it under. So its parent should be the requirement container, right? And then we're gonna check the text component for that, and then let me see. Yeah. Yeah, let's copy this. Copy. And then put it here. Okay, so we now have this. We now have this. I'm gonna check for so row is basically the requirement, and inside the requirement there's a text mesh there, text box. So text comp text is equal to rec item name. So rec, let's see if this is correct. Rec is supposed to be resource type, not item name, but resource type. That's what we place here, see? So it should be resource type, and then quantity, it should not be quantity, but it should be amount to use, like that. Let's try. Could not be found. So this one, this error, that means that we need to put some UI stuff here. This one, TM Pro. Okay, so I think this will work now. Let's try. Okay, so it's here. Let's try. Okay, let's test it. Let's move it here, and then hopefully it should show. Should show the stuff, right? There, it worked. So it showed plank and cloth. So it worked fine. Let's try another one. So there, it added there three items. Let's try this. There. But if we put this one, so it doesn't show anything because we didn't put any requirements yet, right? So there, so it's working now. The next thing we need to work on is this one, the item icon, because technically this should be automatic. Supposed to be. So it's trying to find player structure, but there's no player structure here. Okay. get other stats by name. Okay, so we need to connect to a player structure. So this one's tricky. Let's see. So there's actually a player structure. No, there's no player structure here anywhere. Because we're inside the item description, so there's no player structure. So if we check this item icon UI, this one, and we make this private, if we make this not public rather, it doesn't show this. So that's why it will say here, see, player structure false. Okay, so let's find a way. So it means that there's no player structure, so we need to find the player structure. The question is, where can we find the player structure? That's the next question. So we're gonna use so repair table has a player structure, so we're just gonna use that as reference. So we're just gonna do some targeting. So player structure, this one is the player structure. The goal is to get to this from here. So how can we do that? So we have the icon, right? This one, this is the icon. Then we can actually go to, let's see, we can go to item description manager here. I don't know if there's player structure here. Let's see. Item description. Let's see. Player. There's no player structure. So since there's no player structure here, we can actually go to inventory item here. So inventory item is the game object that is under a player structure, so we can just use that. So let's put it, let's make it something like this. So if player structure is null, we're gonna check first for another way to find the player structure, right? Okay, how are we gonna do this? So let's just focus on player structure first. Again, so let's just redo this, and then we'll just, then else we're gonna tell them that okay, there's nothing here. So that's the first goal. So let's recheck player structure again. So if there's no player structure, before returning it, so player structure is equal to, so first we're gonna find so this is the icon. We're gonna find first description, item description manager, this one. Gonna find this one. So get components in parents. There. Let's call this item description manager. There. So if item desk, if we have item desk, so we have this, you're gonna find the inventory item. So item desk, so inventory item. So then we need to inventory item, then we need to get component in parent. So player structure, so that's how we're gonna do this. I think this will work. There. So now we have the player structure. Hopefully. Okay, then since it's there, so it's null, and then it will go here. We'll go here. Oh no, this is wrong. Don't need this. Okay, so it's actually here. If it's still null, okay. If not, if it detects, to just proceed. Okay, let's try. For this one, while waiting, let's just modify this a bit. I think that's good already. Okay, let's test it. Okay, let's try. Okay, so repair table, let's put the repair table here, then let's show the details. There you go, so it's working fine now. So it's now perfect. So put here, there, repair cost. So everything is working fine now. Let's try to get hammer here. This hammer is screwed. There's screwed hammer here. Oh no, there's actually hammer here also. There. Screwed hammer. Let's put hammer here. There. And there you go. There's 2 planks. See that? 2 planks. Oh, we have a bug, I think. See, if we move too fast, like it doesn't have a chance to turn off. See, so blank 8 blank 4, it still says blank 8 blank 4. Okay, so let's modify some stuff. I think resetting it on enable is better than on disable. Yeah, let's try. So on enable, so basically what happens here is here it will tell item description set inactive true, so it should be false. Then it will tell to set active true. So I think this is better. Okay, let's try. Okay, be right back. Okay, let's test. Okay, let's test. Let's put some items. Oh no, not this one. Okay, then let's quickly shift. Oh, it's still the same. Okay, so it doesn't work that way. Let's find another way. So instead of it's just based here. Let's just put this back here, and then let's just change this. Instead of on enable, we're gonna make this public. Let's call this update requirements. Update requirements. Okay. And then Because on enable is not like reliable, right? So there are times that there are delays or it lags, as well as on disable. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna rely on those things, but instead we will rely here the repair cost itself. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna say set active true, right? So it's true now, but we're gonna call this and call this, so it's more reliable that way. Then once we have that, so we're gonna update the requirements. Okay. So if there's lag or the enable and disable system is not working reliably, we're just gonna call that function. So it's enabled and it will call. So if there's a chance that it doesn't get disabled, it will just call it anyway. So and update those stuff. Let's try. Okay, let's put it here. If it works, right? Let's put it here. Okay, so it's more reliable now. So see, if we shift it back and forth, it always updates. Let's put it here. See, so even though we do it very fast, so it always ends up giving the correct repair cost. Okay, so that essentially fixed the problem. Okay, so I think this is good now. What's next? So this is not actually the repair cost, because this is too much. Because this is the cost if we craft items. Like for example, we're gonna craft here. See here. So let's say craft crude hammer. Oh, what's going on? Going on. Okay. something broke. So we broke a system, specifically here. Let's see what did we break. So this is the old system. Then I think this is the error here. So it's true, but there's no image or label, so I think we're just gonna put it like here. Yeah. Let's just do it like this for now. Okay, let's try again. Label, so basically its label is null. That's the reason why it didn't work. So it made an error because it's looking for text here, but since label is null, so it should end here. But since we made it like this, the return is here, so it just bypassed player structure, so that's why it made an error. So I think this will work now. Okay, let's try. So this is working. Let's go back here. Why was I looking at this again? I forgot. Here, so it's working now. See? So yeah, so I was looking at this because I wanna explain that. Wait. These things aren't supposed to be here. So yeah, again, hammer. So let's try. So see, so plank 2 for crude hammer. So if we're gonna repair here, go here, repair. Oh, what's going on? Okay, so that's a bug. Why did that happen? That's weird. Anyway, so if you go here, see, it's repair cost 2. It's the same cost as same cost with, what do you call this, creating a new one. So that's actually wrong. So what we need is to make a system that um, decides how many resources are needed to repair these stuff. So that's the idea. Right now we have like all our items are not broken, so let's throw them away for now. Okay, let's go with crude first. Like everything seems to be not broken. Let's just grab some stuff here as well. Okay, this is okay, but this is not crude. This is iron, so we don't want that. Let's just try. Okay, this one. Hatchet, no. 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 Okay, let's find other stuff here. Pickaxe pick. They have very high durability. I think we'll go with this for now. I think. Wait. What? Where was it? Why? We haven't picked it. There. No. Let's hatch it. Sharp crude. This one is okay. So it has coating. Yeah, it has coating. Let's look for some stuff here. This one is okay. What about here? This one, pickaxe. Okay, so we all have crude and everything seems to have damage. They're all damaged. So there's still an issue here with the bigger inventory, especially with the small ones. Anyway, so wait, the axe, we don't need this since this is iron. We don't need this. Okay, let's save this for now. So this is what we have. We're gonna test it with this. Okay. So the idea is this. It's a repair system here. So I already made the design for it. So if durability is 76% to 100, it's basically for free. So there's no cost. And then for the rest, it's this 50 to 75. It's 25%, but we're gonna floor it. So the formula is to floor. So if it's below 1, the percentage is below 1. For example, hammer is 2, right? And then 25% of 2 is 50, like 50% or 0.5. So it's basically for free as well. So there's no cost for that. Right, so if it's here, it's 50%, so 50% of 2 is 1, so the cost for a hammer it should be 1 if it's 50%, just to repair it. And same here, 75, so basically this is just the formula for it. So here's an example. So for the crude hammer, so free 80%, let's say durability is 80, 60% it's 0 since we floored it. it's 40%, it's 1 and then 1 here. Let's try the crude X. So crude X requires cloth as well. So it's 3 here, 3, and then it requires a plank, stone slab, and 1 cloth. If it's badly damaged, like half badly damaged. And then 2 planks, 1 stone slab, and 2 cloth if it's super badly damaged or it's broken. So this is the requirement. So you can save resources by just repairing instead of crafting a new one. Yes, 0 to 25%. That's the yeah. So that's the requirement. I'm still thinking about this though, because maybe if it's broken, maybe we'll pay the full price. I'm not sure yet. So for the shield, this is the requirement. I think this should be 1 to 25%. Then if it's 0 or broken, it should pay the full price. Okay, so let's test this. Okay, there's an error here. So this should not show 8. It should show, since it's 50%, is it? Oh no, it's around, it's not 50%, but around 50 something, more than 50%. So according to this guide, it's more than 50%. This one. This one, floor cost times 0.25. So 8 planks, 25%. So it should be 2 planks and 1 cloth. So that's the cost to repair this item. That's the idea in general, but anyway. So yeah, so where shall we put that though? So we will be, I think we'll put that here on this one, the repair cost controller. So this should tell us the amount that is needed. So basically we need now the durability of an item. So we need a durability, because this one, the durability, because the durability is the basis. We need the durability and the max durability. So those are the requirements, because this is the basis for this. So this one, this percentage here, is actually the durability. So let's try that one. Okay. So we need here a computation for the amount to use. Amount to use. Okay. let's get first the durability. So so this is the item. This is the item. Description manager also has the we can just get it here. We have here the durability and mass durability already, so I'll just use that. And then to compute for the percentage, so first let's compute percentages. So compute damage, let's call it compute damage. And let's call it damage. Let's make it specific, like durability damage. What was it here? So yeah, so 25% damage, 50 and 75% damage. It's based on the damage of the item. So compute damage. So we have here the inventory item. Let's just pass this. Then private float compute damage inventory item and then item dot max durability there. Then we have item durability. So these are our values. So basically the formula to return is max durability minus durability that's the damage, right? Is that right? So let's say mass durability is 100 and then the durability is 25, so 75% is the damage. So that's the damage, and we need a percentage for this. So damage and then divided by max durability. Yeah, I think this is correct. Okay, let's test. Let's return durability damage. Oh no, let's debug log. Durability damage. Let's test. Where is it? Max durability doesn't. It's not. It's here. What? Disk manager inventory item. Hit damage item. Ah, okay. Crazy. Forgot. Okay. So let's get first the percentage. This is a goal first. You need to know this one. Compute damage, so it will return the damage in in decimal value, and then we're gonna multiply it to the resource type later on. This one, the resource type, and floor it, and that will be the cost technically. If you guys have questions about the game or questions in programming in general, feel free to chat. I'm new to this live streaming thing, so I don't know how this works yet. Okay, so here, let's try. Let's put it here. Wait. Debug log durability damage. It doesn't debug log anything. What? Zero? Zero. It's zero. Why is it zero? Zero. So let's say mass durability is 50 minus 25, so that's 25. 25 divided by 50, that's 50%. Should be correct. I see. I think it's not yet updated. That's the reason why. So this one didn't update yet, so that's why it's zero, because by default these things starts at zero. That's the reason why. So we need to let's find another way. This is wrong, because they will fetch from the item inventory item 0, all zeros, because it's not yet updated. Like the description manager didn't update it yet. That's why. So I think let's again refactor. So what we're gonna do is, once this is active, so it will update item data like this here. Inventory item data, show inventory item details. Yeah, update description positions. Here, update durability. This is the one. Okay. So we're gonna change this again. So let's remove this for now, and then we're gonna use this here. So basically so technically they should be updated already when we go to this part. Let's try. Let's update durability. Okay, the issue is the item's durability has not yet been updated, so that's why it returns 0. So I'm just gonna make here a condition, like if repair cost is active, it'll do this. But let's test it first. Data, update item data. Still 0. $107. calls it, but it's still 0. Why? Let's try and check why it's still 0. Where is it? Prepare table UI slots here. Supposed to be not 0, because these are the data here. Copy inventory item data. What if we're gonna put it here? It's another way. Spawned, and then no, it's not this one. What's the error? Slider tape plus coating, slider, okay. B. 6 na B. 6 na. So 0. Why is it 0? B. 3. Durability is... School na. 6 na. 6 na. A long time. Oh. Huh.
Gadi oy. Apa mang music?
Kapit na. Napag-eat na egg. Napag-make niyo mo egg drop to. Late jud ka. Mabat na B. Mabat. till 0. Why? Again. Okay, so let's figure this out. So we have here a item description manager, this one. An item description manager has an inventory item. If you move it here, also tells us heater shield inventory item. There. So technically, there. Max stability, durability. So these item stats are actually here. Max durability and durability. But why is it not? Ah, it's int. That's why. It's not float. That's why it's 0. Okay. It's actually correct. basically we're just gonna make this to float. That's why it's always returning 0. I think that's the reason. And also, you have an error. We're gonna remove those requirement stuff. This one, this 3, because it creates an error. Move. There. See, look. It's okay. Eat na your sandwich. Okay, let's test. Hopefully this works. Enter item. So if this works, I think we need to move this again back to here to optimize it. This is not optimized. Oh, yes, it's correct now. Look. So previously it's returning 0 because those values are int. I didn't think about that. I thought it will immediately convert to floats. It's basically all zeros. So now it's correct. So we have 44% damage. So that's the damage dealt. So now it's correct. Okay, so let's move this first. I don't want this here. This actually not optimized. Let's move it back here. 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 So repair cost. So we need to put this here. There. Just remove this. Let's test it one more time, and then we'll see if this works. Let's make a bigger screen. Let's say the screen is too small. let's try and move things around so that we'll have bigger screen like this, so you guys can see better. So now that we have this part, this percentage here, this one, we now can floor this thing. So we just need to check, like, we make 3 conditions, and this will be the multiplier. Okay, let's test. So we have the shield. Let's clear this. Let's see if it works. It's over. Okay. Then it's 0.44, so it's correct now. It's perfect. Now, let's proceed to the next task, which is, we don't need this anymore. Let's save this system here. Let's call it private float durability damage. So that's the durability damage. I think just put this here to prevent errors. And then once we have the durability damage, basically the durability damage is this one, durability percent. No, it's the other way around. So so this one is talking about the durability of an item. So this is the other way around. So it should be minus it should be the other way. So instead of 0.44, it should be 46 minus 1. So this should be okay, so no. So it should be 1 minus, so that 1 is 100%. So let's say it's 1 minus 0.4 1 minus 0.44, so that's 56% durability. So it means it's 56%. So we're gonna change this and make this into durability percent. So it's not durability damage. Let's just make it simpler so that we can just follow this guide here. So once we have the durability percentage, we then need to compute. So if durability percentage is greater than 75%, so 75% is the threshold. So 0.75. So then we will have here the damage. So else if durability percent is greater than 0.5, 50%, so we will have that. And then else if durability percent is greater than this is correct. So that's 25%. 25. So that's that. And then else if durability percent is less than or equal to 0. So that's the full amount. So then let's make a value called cost modifier, and then let's put it here. So if 75% cost modifier is basically 0. So right, so 0. So cost modifier is equal to 0. Then we have next is wait. So if it's greater than 75, it's free. If it's 50%, it's 25. So yeah, it's 0.25. And then 0.5, and then lastly, wait, this is wrong. 25. $76 to 100% is free. 50 to 75. So 50 to 75. So is cost is 25. Then 25 to 50. Okay, so we were missing one. Greater than 0. Yeah, greater than 0, then else. So basically it's everything else. So this is 0.25, and then no 75, and then cost modifier should be 1. So meaning if it's broken, the cost will be 100%. Eat na be. So this should be how cost modifiers work. Then once we have that, this is the cost modifier, then we have the cost, and we just floor it. So we'll floor the cost. So here we have here the amount to use. So amount to use, let's compute here first. Let's make this float. Wait. Amount to use is 1. I think we need to float this. Rec is, yeah, it's float. So let's just call it cost, or repair cost, and then so our formula here is floor cost, and then so floor, then rec amount to use, so that's the cost there, then multiply it by the cost modifier, so that should be the repair cost. So we're gonna change this here like that, then we're gonna change this to like that there. I think this is correct. Yeah, I think this is correct. Let's test. Let's test it. So again, depending on the durability, it will adjust the requirements needed depending on the durability. But if it's broken, like fully broken, 100% broken, it should require the full amount, the 100%. That's the idea. But if it's not broken, there are times that it's free, so we're gonna test that one out as well. What's this? Error. Why? Floor doesn't. Why? Math. It's math. What's it called? I forgot the syntax. Let's just research first. I can't remember a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's math floor. Math floor. Yeah. There. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's test. So from the beginning of this feature, it took me already, I think, 3 days. From the UI to the functionalities of the dragging of items, to other stuff like the repair station itself, how to lay out the UI, and filtering of items to repair. So all of those. Today is actually the 3rd day. So right now we're working on, we're currently working on the part where we're gonna check the number of resources required for us to repair the item. So we still have a lot of things to work on, um, like deducting or checking if there is enough resources in your inventory to repair stuff. Okay, let's test this. So, alright, so it's working now. So see, it's plank times 2 and 1 cloth. So meaning it doesn't really require you to repair everything. Let's try and get this and check. So let's say the reinforced one, it's 18, right? 18, it's 18 over 60. So when we put it here, so it should require more planks. So that's 4, and cloth is 2. If we put the crude shield here, so since it has more durability and less to repair, so it requires lesser repair costs. Finally, it worked. Let's try what if there's coating, like this one has coating. So it requires 1. I don't know. How about this? It requires 1 of each. I think that's wrong. Because we want, if it's 0, there should be no, we should not add a requirement in a way, because we want it to be free. Like if the item is not heavily damaged, like let's say the durability is still 90% full, so it should not have a repair cost. So it will just show there free or no cost. Or I don't know, maybe we can just put 1. I don't know. I think free is good. I think we need to put free. Yeah, let's try that one. Let's screenshot this first. Let's switch these like that. Okay, let's screenshot. So I'm gonna post this in the works in progress. I need to do this so that people will get updates on what's going on. Let's post it here. Where is it? Here. Alright, next. Okay, so where were we? So we need to have free cost, right? So let's modify this. Where is it? So here. So before instantiating, we need to put the repair cost here first, above, like that. Then we'll make a condition if repair cost is greater than 0. Then that's the time we're gonna instantiate a requirement. Meaning, if it's not, like if we don't, if it's below 0, we will not instantiate the requirement bar or the requirement prefab. This one, the requirement. That's the idea. Okay, let's test. error. Name textcomp does not exist. Textcomp, where's that? Okay. So we're gonna put this outside. Ah, okay. This one should be inside. Here. Yeah. Okay, so we just need this so that we will know. Yeah, this is correct now. Let's test. Oh, why is it open? What's going on? Okay. So here again, let's put it here. Everything here. What? Wait. Why is there a duplicate? Okay, there. Let's test. So say it's 0 now. So for items with higher weight, coating should not be included. Let's see. Let's investigate. So hatchet 50 50. Ah, okay, so it's added coating plus 20, so it's max basically. This one, pick. Coating, what? Coating is 0. Ah, it's more than the durability because it's how much is that? 33 divided by 55. That's 60%. Ah, okay. So the cost is very low. That's why. But if we try to break this, let's say we'll break it. Let's put it to 0 durability. So that's broken. So it will show there all the repair cost. That's the 100% repair cost basically. If we put, let's say 10, so that's the requirement. So there's no stone slab because it's just one stone slab. So we're trying to floor it, so it only requires the plank and the cloth. But if we put it to 0, let's try 1. So it's not broken, it's still the same. But if we break it like to 0, see. Okay, here's a case scenario. Let's say, let's go to the hatchet. Let's say it has coating, but the durability is 10. So basically, it's low, and you can repair it. Okay. So I think this is good now. Everything is working fine now. So like this one, it has a lot of coding. There's 20 coding. Wait, here. Coding is 50, 0 durability. So even though they have a lot of coding, there's 0 durability, so it still requires cost. So coding does not affect the repair cost. Okay, so what's the advantage though of repairing items versus you just want to craft items from scratch? So you can actually craft items from scratch here, like that, and then craft it. It will still have the same stuff here. Okay, the problem with crafting items here is items here doesn't have modifiers, so it's just crude hatchet here. But if you already have an item that has modifiers, like for example the one that we place here, a reinforced crude heater shield, so it has more durability, so you can see there's 60, and the others, the normal heater shields are just 50, but if it's reinforced, it adds more durability to it. So there, you can repair items with modifiers, so that's the advantage. And for you to craft items with modifiers, you need to have crafting blueprints for it. Like for example, you want your items to be reinforced, so you need to have a reinforced manuscript, crafting manuscript, so that you can craft this one. So yeah, so if you find items in the wild, like this one, like here, let's find some that spawns here like this. Other times that it will spawn like this one, whetted pickaxe. So you can't craft a whetted pickaxe without a crafting manuscript. So if you find a cool item and you want to reuse that item from time to time, so it's better to just repair it instead of crafting new ones. So yeah, so I think we're good now. This is all done. I think I'm done for today. The next thing I'm gonna work on is to basically check our inventory. So what happens here is, if you're gonna press this manual repair, it will check this first, and then check our inventory if we have the necessary resource, which is plank and cloth. And once we have those resources, it will then repair this. It will increase the durability up to 50, and then and so on and so forth. So one thing to add as well is, if the item has higher damage, so it should take more time depending on the hammer that you are using. So if you're using a very good hammer, it should repair faster. So that's one of the mechanic we're gonna make. So yeah, so that's the idea. So it will just go from here to here, and so on and so forth. And then if there's no more resources, it will just stop and then tell us that you no longer have resources available to repair the item or something like that. So that's the general idea, and that's what we will be making in the next session. So I don't know if I'm gonna continue this live stream system. If it helps update you guys on what's going on with Wisplight, maybe I'm gonna continue this method. If not, I will not continue doing this, because it takes a lot of energy trying to speak while coding. But it's good though, like the creative process is good. It's like I have someone to brainstorm to, like I'm talking to someone, brainstorming some ideas. Yeah, it's good as well, but I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so I need to go now. I'm gonna send my kid to school. It's already 6:32 a.m. here. Alright, bye guys.